Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is Saturday, happy Saturday, the 29th of November. Yeah, man. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. It's all good. We praise the Lord. We praise the Lord, and we will not have the dark side steal our joy, because we will stay covered in the blood of the Lamb. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great day. We have a lot of snow here in Chicago. Man, it's coming down. I might go outside and do a video just to show you guys. Don't know how long I'll be out there. Don't have no jet skis. Then again, I could cover up some of that white powder, huh? Anyway, people, I get these, or I feel a sense of things about to come down, especially when a major event transpires. And we just had a major event this past Wednesday where two National Guards were shot. And yes, one is unalived, and my sincere condolences to the family and friends. But people, I saw some things today. Matter of fact, I saw two things as I was doing some research. I'm like, oh, no. This couldn't be. But I'm like, Pearson, you've been saying to your friends, it's coming. And what is that? The rose. I knew at some point as we reached the end of the road, just before the demise, just before the unaliving of Donald J. Trump, they would some way, somehow, utilize an event to show the rose. Now, let me explain. You guys know I've been doing this since I was 17. I teach the 5 C's. Welcome, new subscribers. Clues, codes, colors, the confirmation time, and the conclusion. Well, you're going to see a moment where there's a visitation of Sarah Beckstrom, the guard who succumbed to her injuries. They're there to honor her, and the first person that they show is a lady with the rose. Now, it might take a few of you guys time to wrap your mind around this, but take all the time you need, because we're in that time. We are back in a moment where they show the rose. And who might that be? That's George Floyd in the grocery store, moments before he was unalive. Notice his first girlfriend, which they really talk about. Look what's on her shirt. It's a rose. And we got to go back a little further, where we have JFK and his wife in Dallas, Texas. As they got off the plane, they were given the roses. Many times the powers they speak with props. So I've been telling my friends, we're gonna see the rose. I haven't even called them yet, but when I show them this, they're gonna be like, wow, Pearson. I'm like, yeah, I told you it was coming. because you see, it signifies so much. You see, I teach future past. I've been studying for 40 plus years, these hidden powers. I know how they speak through symbols and numbers, events. And they'll take events such as the tragedy that we had, as Pete Hegseth said, steps from the Capitol, steps from the White House. It takes a situation like that where many times the powers will then speak. So today I want to show you a few videos because, baby, something's going to go down very, very soon. What are the odds? The first that they show on this particular feed, the rose. It's deep, y'all. Now, you've already seen the JFK. Now let me show you the one with George Floyd. He just came in the grocery store.
Right, it's just video.
And now he's going to walk, and his girlfriend is going to accompany him. Bring this up for you. Okay, we're almost ready. You see her there?
I'm going to stop you here if you could, please. And for the record, this is at 7:39:09. You see an individual has just walked into the frame, correct?
So she walks in. And what does she have on? She's got the rose. That's not an accident to me. I had broken down the George Floyd situation from the first day it happened. And I've never believed a story, at least not fully. Now next, let me show you guys something. George Floyd, let's get his date of birth. October 14th, 1973. Take October 14th, 2024, the anniversary. October 14th, 2026, anniversary of his birthday, George Floyd. From November 29th, that's today, when you saw the rose. The difference is 46 weeks. What if I told you George Floyd was 46 years old? And JFK was 46 years old as well when they both died. It all comes together. And when you just slide it over, you also get 322, skull and bones. You also get 1018, Satan. What did Christ say? I beheld Satan being hurled out of heaven, Luke 10:18. It speaks, baby. That's why I do what I do. Now, there was a guy named Derek Chauvin. You know him. Derek Chauvin was the officer that had his knee on the neck of George Floyd. That's the day that he was first taken into custody, May 29th, 2020. You see anything familiar with that? May 29th? Need to show you something. JFK's birthday. It's amazing how all this comes together. May 29th is JFK's birthday. Again, he was 46, and so was George Floyd. On the day of the massacre of JFK, his wife received roses. On the day that George Floyd died, his girlfriend had on a rose. And now I give you this presentation. Where you literally see everything coming together. George Floyd is in the grocery store. You take his birthday, subtract it from the day that the National Guard person was unalive, it comes out to 46. Now I give you Derek Chauvin's day that he was arrested was May 29th. But isn't it ironic that the same day that Derek Chauvin was arrested for the first time, May 29th, is JFK's birthday? I know, right? So let's just go there. Let's look at it. Let's look at what they're possibly telling us, allegedly. Okay, we have May 29th. Let's just pull that up. Make it easy for myself. May 29th, 2020. That's when Derek Chauvin was arrested, the one who had his neck on George Floyd's neck, versus November 26, 2025, the day that the National Guard were shot. The difference is 5 years, 5 months, and 29 days. There's your 529 again. I know, right? Let me do it one more time because I know it's a lot. I literally took Derek Chauvin's date arrested was 5/29 of 2020. I took that date, subtracted from the day that the lady and the other man was shot, National Guard Day, that was 11/26. I subtracted 2, and it still come out to 5/29, no matter what you do. These are fallen angels doing this, making these events happen. I'm convinced these things are done in the dark. Now, if you think that's something, let me show you this here. I'm going to show you George Floyd's license plate. Just check this out. That's his death date, May 25th, 2020. This is him, the vehicle, JRB, allegedly Joseph Robinette Biden, 026. Take 26/2025 from 5/25, his death date of 2025, you get 319. What is 319? Remember him? That's his birthday. I said that's his birthday. It's deep, y'all. You know where I'm at. Check me out. What are the odds? Allegedly, George Floyd's license plate said backwards, Joseph Robinette Biden. And then I took the 026 and I made it a date. I took February 6th, subtracted from the date that George Floyd died, 5/25 of 2020. And I got March 19th. And March 19th is the birthday of the guy who had his knee on his neck, Derek Chauvin. Now, I want to show you something else that I believe the media allegedly is showing us. This is a mind blower.
In Washington, D.C. just before.
This is a mind blower. I think I'll show you this ahead of time, because I want you to look at it right in the corner. Because if you don't really know what to look for, you won't know. So I want you to know. So let's go there. You're going to see this correspondent speaking. And you're going to look above her. Washington, 1101. Okay? Let's kick it.
Thanksgiving holiday. 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom passed to glory, in the words of her father, while 24-year-old Andrew Wolf continues to fight for his life. With that, we bring in Madeline Rivera live in Washington with the latest. Madeline.
Kaylee, federal officials are adamant they want the death penalty for the suspect, 29-year-old Ramanullah Lockenwall. New video obtained by the Wall Street Journal shows part of the shooting unfolding on Wednesday afternoon. The video taken by a witness shows the suspect holding a gun as a National Guardsman runs down the street.
So you saw 1101 at the top. Now you might ask, what is 1101? I'll show you. Many of you guys already know. Snake eyes, right? 1101. Isn't it amazing how it all comes together? April 21st is the 111th day of the year. April 21st. That's the day the Pope died. So you're watching the news, Pearson, just doing regular news coverage, and you happen to see that corner. It's not the first time I've seen that, and many of you all who've been with me for years, even the last channel, you know I allegedly catch stuff like that. What are the odds? 1101, to me, that's a sign they're speaking, allegedly. 1101, the 111th day of the year is April 21st. That's the day the Pope died. And like I told you yesterday, that's the religious aspect. The political aspect is going to be unalived as well. So take 4/21/2025 from November 29th, which is today. They ran that. You get 316, 316. John 3:16, sacrifice. Jesus sacrificed. This is the Christmas season. So I'm not surprised they're allegedly showing you 3:16. They're telling you what's to come, is what I'm trying to say. Now, Pope Francis became the Pope on 3/13. Pope Francis became the Pope on March 13th of 2013. That's a fact. Take March 13th, 2026 anniversary, Pope became the Pope. From November 29th, 2025, today, that's also 3:16. It's deep, y'all. A sacrifice is coming. It's coming. It's only a matter of time. Now, Pope Francis was given a lotus flower. I showed you guys that yesterday's video. It's called Rising Above. Trump, on May 24th of 2017, he went to Rome and he gave the pontiff a lotus flower. And I taught you guys in yesterday's video that out of the lotus flower comes the sun god Ra. And he is bringing a new system like the golden age. And they've already symbolically taken out the Pope. They're also going to bring in a new political system. So he's got to be moved out the way and go play golf. They're going to bring the Antichrist in. Understand? And it's through the birth of Kamala, because the lotus flower births. The lotus flower means Kamala. And out of the Kamala, out of the lotus flower comes the sun god. So again, the lotus flower is in Egyptian history called Kamala. Kamala means lotus flower. So she will birth a new political and a new religious system. Now, Trump gave him that flower. When you take that day, May 24, 2017, May 24, 2017, from November 29th, which is today, 2025, you get 4444. 44 for the first National Guardsman, 44 for the second one. It's called sacrifice. In my humble opinion, that's in the spirit realm what they're doing. Now, that impacts Pope Leo because he's the new one. 9/14/1955. That's his birthday, Pope Leo. Take September 14, 2025. September 14, 2025, from today, November 29th, the difference is 2/16. What's 2/16? The 216th day of the year is August 4th. That's Barack Obama's birthday, the Antichrist. Now look, the guy who did the shooting, he drove from Washington State. They were founded on 11/11. There's your 1111 again. Washington State was founded on 11/11. Take anniversary of Washington State, where the guy is from, 11/11/2026. Subtract that from November 26th, when the shooting went down. The difference is 11/22. You might ask, what is 11/22? Well, people, what if I told you JFK died on 11/22? Pearson, are you serious? No, I'm serious. And here's your receipts. 11/22. 11/22. JFK. It all started with a rose, and it ends up with the man whose wife was given a rose. God's given me a blessed gift.